this year was so much fun, but it definitely.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win. And with Brink. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Here's Collins. Shoots over Covington. Collins, good. Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Well, one trend is the fact that the big fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from 3, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball and pushing it. But I would really just say pace and shot selection, the evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot so many threes now just allows for different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game has evolved in the NBA.
More possessions on it. You're right.
Yeah. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Misses off the right eye.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Chandler. Great D that time from Nurkic. For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Harden. And the basket by McCollum.
They've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start tonight.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Here's Lillard. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
From deep, Harden. And he's good on the 3 ball. Harden's got 7 points in the game. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. The pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Anthony in the corner. Collins with it. Pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. Rebound by House. Harden right side. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's 10 points for James Harden.
The unique lefty stroke of Harden. He's become incredibly consistent from deep.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Chandler with the block. Westbrook passes to House. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. .137 left here in the first quarter. Here's Trent. Pass to Simons. Portland no good that time either. Pass to outing for the Rockets. It was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's House, and that one is stuffed right through.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Hezonja. Traps in the tray.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Out to the right wing. Poked away. Here's Rivers. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Passes it to Hezonja. Out to the wing. Here's Trent. Off target from outside. Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. To the inside, Tucker. Can't connect from short range.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Here's Trent. Banked in off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. Right wing. Now here's McLemore outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Shoots the three. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And you see this so often. League-wide. End of the period with a three-point attempt.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got P.J. Tucker, Robert Covington out there with McLemore. And it's Rivers, and it's Clemens in at the point. Got it in the Houston League, been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Whiteside.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Trent passes to Hezonja. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He hits on Ben McLemore. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
It's good from long range. McLemore's got 9 points.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now the pass to Trent, out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 19 points, 15 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Portland with the ball. Anthony kicks to Hezonja. Shoots over Covington. That's short off the rim.
He's going to have a tough time hitting that if he can't create a little more space for himself.
Green, and Green slams it in.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Anthony drives in. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, as a guard or offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the game.
Wow, hammering it in.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. Superb at it.
And here's McCollum for three. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony dishes to Collins. Here's Lillard. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Lillard gets it to go.
The future is bright for Lillard. Not only is he a scorer, but he's efficient, effective, and passionate about the game.
Covington passes to Harden. And there's the feed to Green. And stolen by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
To the middle. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Good luck in stopping Harden tonight. Another classic performance from the ultimate scoring machine.
Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Collins kicks to Lillard. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
Just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. But this 9'3" stand he reach? Are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Trailblazers trail by 3. 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Stolen by Harden.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yes, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and here's Anthony for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Harden against McCollum. And here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
Lillard from outside. What a play! Simply drains it in. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime.
And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. 3. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Houston in the lead. Lobbed up there for Chandler. The shot will not fall.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Nurkic kicks to Anthony. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer too. They had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
Here's Nurkic. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Gets an open look and hits. Lillard's got 14 points.
Yeah, Kevin, such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And Westbrook, here we go. And then Chandler with the jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And Anthony gets it to go.
I like to see this. Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And that one drops for him.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Collins. Good D by Covington.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And good that time. Collins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams changing it up here. Westbrook finds Tucker. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Hezonja comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Tucker dishes to McLemore. Back to Tucker. 5 on the clock. The Rockets with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 3. Little passes to Whiteside. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Looking tenacious on these takes. Gotta respect Rivers' fearlessness going strong like this. Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
1:46 left in the third quarter. It's stolen. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of the game.
And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
And stolen by Hezonja for the lead. And it's laid in by Whiteside.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Tucker. And it's off the back rim. No good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Trent. Over McLemore. Trent can't hit. Rockets trail. McLemore, the pass to Clemens. Another shot. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Little. Pass to Hezonja. Count that bucket. Hezonja's got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the inside. Here's Tucker. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Here's Simons. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Robert Covington out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Chandler, then it's Harden, and it's Clemens in at the 1. And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, and the dunk by Chandler. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Anthony, the pass to Collins. Anthony kicks to Collins. Over McLemore. Portland again missing. The Rockets shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. The 3 doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Outside Anthony. Collins passes to Simons. No good on the triple. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Houston. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Covington. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
Like whenever Covington is in attack mode, he's demonstrating how dangerous he can be driving inside.
Simons, the pass to Whiteside. And it's the Rockets on the break. Shoots. Harden can't hit. For Portland, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. And it's Simons missing. Houston leading by 3. Harden outside to the left wing. For 3. It's hauled in by Trent. Timeout. Trent's got 4 rebounds in this game.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Rockets making a change here. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. They get it again. Here's Nurkic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Now here's Westbrook. 1:52 left in the fourth, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Count the basket. Now just a 1-point Houston lead.
Love the poise in McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
And here's Harden for 3. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 23.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Over in the corner, Green. three-pointer. The shot by House is no good. Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short-arms.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And here's McCollum for three.
And Harden sent a message to the D with the block, really showing his extraordinary athleticism on the defensive end.
Green, and he drops it in from the low post. And now it's an 8-point Houston lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Here is Harden. Right side Westbrook. Dishes to Green. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Buries it from outside.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Here is House. Here's the three. Off on that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid. And goaltend.
Up next,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hot G8.
Well,
No doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5 down low. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talking about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Now here's Thompson. Harden missing his last shot. Over Harden. Rebound by House. Now the Rockets with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Pass to Harden. Right side, Westbrook. Second shot opportunity, and the layup good by Covington.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Green kicks to Thompson. From downtown, it's rebounded by Houston. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Will it go? Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. To the paint, and the jam by Harden.
I love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Well, nobody gets out in the NBA quite like Klay Thompson, Smitty. He is something else. Wow.
Players can get hot, Kevin, but when Klay gets hot, every shot falls in. The records he set with made threes in a game, 37 points in a quarter, 60 points in 3 quarters. When he gets rolling, it's a treat to watch. And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period. They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Pass to Chris. Back to Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3-ball. Thompson's got 6.
Good awareness. Thompson gets airborne before the defender can close on him.
Westbrook finds Harden. Lets it go with the 3. Trains the 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
House, the pass to Covington. Begins with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Houston with a big group substitution here. Stolen. And it's the Warriors on the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Looney kicks to Curry. Offensive rebound. Looney with the bucket.
The effort from Looney on the offensive glass. A hustle player who really wills himself out there.
Pass to Green. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he makes good on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Wiggins outside. The pass to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Green. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the basket by Curry.
Range that extends out to the parking lot. How do you guard that?
Here's Tucker. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And
the way I judge, whether we can.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got Wiggins, and it's Pascal in at the 4. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
the Golden State Warriors so great offensively, people forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Inside. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's Houston with another. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is, with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
Wiggins with it, now defended by McLemore. Yep, that one goes. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That is his first foul of the game for the Rockets. Chandler comes in for Jeff Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Robert Covington. Westbrook passes to Chandler. And Westbrook throws it down. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 11-point game. Thompson for the triple. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight. The feed to Tucker. Westbrook dishes to Tucker. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Houston, Daniel House is checked in for McLemore. And it's James Harden in for Austin Rivers.
There it is, his first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter, his 3rd of the game.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Westbrook surveying the D. Houston gets it back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Thompson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Now, here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Well, you see all night, Thompson's decided to be aggressive, and Coach keeps calling his number.
Here's Harden. Again, the Rockets score.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry. 12 points for him. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Harden with it. Lets it go from deep. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And a deep three from Curry. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets? And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the small forward. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge.
You see the power, the long arms. Draymond able to convert through contact for the potential and one.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
The kick out to Westbrook. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Five on the clock. Here's Harden. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Curry against Westbrook. Outside Curry. From deep. No good on the shot. The Rockets go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Rockets have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. So Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson.
Yeah.
Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
Houston needs to get a shot off. McLemore inside the line. Kept alive. Pass to Clemens. Second chance shot. The Warriors pull it in.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Looney's checked in for Golden State. And a change for the Rockets. Tucker's checked in. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Covington with the steal. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Trains it from beyond the arc. And now an 11-point Rocket lead.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Poole. Back to Wiggins. Clock is at 3. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Feeds it to Green. Shakes him. A second chance effort. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And there it is for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the inside, Tucker. Nifty move. And the layup is good. Tucker's got 11.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Houston. Out of bounds. 1:19 left to play in the third. Here's Thompson. Makes good on the step-back jumper. 16 points for him.
Excellent touch from the mid-range. Klay Thompson's jump shot. It's good from anywhere.
Chandler kicks to Rivers. Passes it to McLemore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Out to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 18 points for Klay Thompson.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And the pass to Tucker. And here's McLemore. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. Rivers passes to Tucker. Over Green. Tucker can't get it to go.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Got a piece of it. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. He feeds it to Tucker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tucker's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Pascal in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Al Harden. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. They get it back. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. Over in the corner, Green. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Just when you think you have everything accounted for on the defensive end, Draymond finds room to answer back.
The 3 from Harden and another 3 for Houston.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Thompson from long range.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Harden has a wide open look. Here's Harden on the wing. The kick out to Westbrook. And some nice passing there by Houston. There's Green with the three. Westbrook pulls it in.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Chris, and Chris throws it down.
Showing patience, taking time to read the defense. Draymond finds the open man.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now, here is Harden. On the high post. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Harden kicks to House. Chandler outside. From deep, trying to get open is Thompson. Kicks it out to Harden. Curry looking it over. The three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 19 points.
Stephen Curry with the pull-up jump shot. You cannot back off him. He will scorch you.
Harden outside. Misses the three. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 13. Bangs home the trifecta.
Impressive work from Thompson. Hard for the defense to react on the catch and shoot.
Here is Harden. And he banks in the layup. He's got 24. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Pass to House. Back to Westbrook from deep. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thompson passes to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Houston.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Pass to House. Launches a three, and James Harden with the three.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
But they get it back. Thompson finds Curry from deep three-point range. The shot comes out. Westbrook with it. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And the Rockets already with their game faces on as they... And nothing. Rock, whatever works, David. Thanks. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Oh!
No goodness. And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Stolen by Westbrook. Knocked away. Leonard with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And Morris throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, there's some Russell hustle.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. It's Harden with the drive. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Leonard finds Zubac, and there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morris has got his second basket. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Harden's shot is good.
How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Wide open look. Leonard, the pass to Beverley. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Chandler. The 3 from Harden. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 7. Passes to George. Down low. And Covington sends it back. And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, the defense respecting the shot right there, and that creates a lane for him to drive right through. That's his game.
Back to Beverley. Over Westbrook. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Good on the three-point shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
George dishes to Morris. That one good for 2. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night. Houston leading by 10. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. Harden against Beverley. Harden's shot is off. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. A beautiful reverse layup. Harden's got 11 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
There's the pass to Zubats. Morris right side. Back to Zubats. Chandler with the steal. Covington finds Chandler. From past the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside for George. 4 seconds left, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
The three from Harden, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
Landry Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then it's JaMychal Green, and it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams says, I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed. Fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space. Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. It's stolen by Green. Harden with it. Williams picks him up. Harden scanning the floor. Chandler kicks to House. Goes up to the stripe. Yes, that goes in. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
And let's see if they bring that same attacking mindset with them into this game. They should. It worked like a charm last time, getting so many guys in foul trouble.
And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
Clippers trail by 12. In the corner, Shamet with it. He kicks it to Green. Back to Shamet. Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range. Shamet's got 5 now.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's Green. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lou Williams. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 15 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Leonard, and it's Paul George in for Lou Williams.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Now here's McLemore, defended by George. 4 on the shot clock. Another miss by Houston.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Tucker. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Morris kicks to Shamet. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Shamet's got 7 points in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Tucker finds Green. Takes the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. They get a hand on it. Jackson passes to Shamet. And so it's the Houston Rockets. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And
for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And George, here we go, and he comes up with the deuce. George has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Clippers. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options: Joel Embiid, Big Cat, Jokic, and Denver. Who do you go with?
So much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Leonard inside. No points in the game yet for him. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. A baseline J, and the shot goes down.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here is Harden. 17 points in the game. The kick out to Westbrook. He tries for three. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 14.
You can't forget about Russell's range. I know it's not the most efficient shot, but he's capable of draining some perimeter shots in rhythm.
Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Chandler with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. Pass to Westbrook. And the rejection by Zubac. They're running. Pushing it up. George, no good.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Another miss by Westbrook. Clippers trail by 8. Passes it to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by Covington. Westbrook finds Harden. The three. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 20 points for James Harden.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Westbrook with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Stolen by Zubac. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
.104 left in the third quarter. And there's the pass to House. Shot clock at 6. It's Harden with the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Harden's got 22 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. In second, the Rockets. Fourth, the Clippers.
You know, both these teams can beat you in so many ways, but it's usually by outscoring you. They possess a whole lot of offensive firepower.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Outside Westbrook. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Pass to Harden from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Back to Beverly. Now the feed to Morris. Good, nice job down low. Morris has got 10 points.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And so it's Houston bringing the court. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Morris is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position. And Mbah a Moute, the pass to Tucker. Here's Rivers. But they recover it. And Tucker kicks to Rivers. Buries the long-range jumper. Rivers has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Rockets. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Green. That's tipped. Passes it to Rivers. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Clemens. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Mbamute. Morris passes to Shamet. The kick out to Williams. On the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets leading by 10. Here's Tucker. Rivers. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
9 feet out. A putback. Here's Jackson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Now Rivers. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backcourt.
Here's Morris, and they call the foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Covington with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the wing right side. Zubac finds Williams. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the Clippers miss again. Rockets leading by 10. Outside, House drills it from outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Shamet trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Rockets are gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. this was an excellent all-around performance for Houston.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
That one's not going to go.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Morris kicks to Williams. There's the pass to Shamet. Morris outside, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
The sun setting over the... And we've got time for...
Blazers.
The players love him. Thank you, David. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Houston. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, Portland down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Rockets, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the 3 slot. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. And actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now, here's Covington. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Here is Harden, and it's Houston with another.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Lillard bounce pass from the baseline. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Pass to Covington. Puts it up from 17. He squares up and sinks it.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Harden, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Lillard attacking. It's tipped. Pass to Nurkic. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And Covington sends it back.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harden against Nurkic. Covington kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Harden, that's good. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And Portland has possession. James Harden getting it to go from deep. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Azania, he's checked in for Nurkic. Right side, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Westbrook, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A 3 ball. They get it back.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
The pass to Covington. Here's Green. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Rockets lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina, Volanos. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. Rivers finds Carroll. Here's Clemens, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Here's Whiteside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Carroll. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. McLemore inside the line. Rebounded by Anthony.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Whiteside. From down in the low post, it goes. Whiteside's got 7.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Houston making a switch. House is checked in. Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anfernee Simons. Houston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. The dish to Tucker. Pass to House. Pocket 6. The Rockets again can't hit.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Anthony. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Tucker atop the key. And some nice passing there by Houston. Rebounded by Anthony.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic just checked in, and there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. And here's Anthony from the arc. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 7th in scoring, and his playmaking ability unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Up again. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. For the three. The putback. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Nurkic.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Pass to Westbrook. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Harden gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Lillard the pass to Collins.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Rockets. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They get it again. Here's Nurkic. A beautiful reverse layup. Nurkic has got 12 in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. But they'll get another chance. And here's Harden for 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Green kicks to Westbrook. In the corner, Harden fires the 3. Green. And so it's Houston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 22 points and 4.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Clark among the bigs. Which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Nurkic finds Anthony. Back to Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on James Harden. The Trailblazers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 11. Lillard outside. To the inside. Lasagna, he's checked in for Nurkic. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Chandler throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Lillard. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Kicks it to Tucker. It's Rivers on the wing. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
In the corner, it's McLemore. Puts it up, and it falls over the rim and in. Tucker's got 5 now.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And they're able to recover. That's good. The Houston lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Whiteside.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Feeds it to Tucker. And the layup is good. Tucker's got 7 now in this quarter.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Lasagna, the pass to Carmelo. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Rivers. 3-pointer. Tucker can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Trent. Whiteside, the pass to Little. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Houston leading by 13. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his teammates involved in the offense.
Whiteside makes it off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
40 seconds left in the third. And the pass to McLemore. The tray. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Simons. And he banks in the layup. Simons has got 5.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Now, here is Harden. 24 points for him. Inside, and Green slams it in.
Love how aggressive Harden is in the pick and roll. Exceptional at shooting and passing after getting the screen.
Here's Trent. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's McCollum, then it's Anthony, and it's Trent in at the 2. From deep, Harden. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Stolen by Collins. Here's Trent. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Trent's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Covington's checked in. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. No one near him. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Passes to Collins. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Harden against McCollum. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. Harden kicks to Covington beyond the arc. Houston gets it back. Chandler puts up a 3. The Rockets with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Right block shot. And Portland again with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
McCollum outside. Stolen by Harden. Here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
It's good. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Harden up top. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard from outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's always awesome to watch Harden do his thing. I mean, he's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going straight into the contact on his drive. Excellent.
Pass to Carmelo. Chandler with the steal. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
One of the hardest and trickiest covers in the league. Harden, not just a superb scorer, but also an amazing passer, which really makes him really hard to guard.
Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Off target with his 3. Houston leading by 10. Westbrook with it. Pass to House. Harden outside. 5 to shoot. The Rockets with the new 14. From deep. No good on that one.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
And that one's good. Lillard.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Lillard against Harden. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
McCollum outside. From outside the arc. Chandler with the rebound. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, it's Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Now Hezonja. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. So we see Houston taking the W here. So David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of... And let's go.
Well, got
influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler. And it's House in at the 3.
It's absolutely incredible to me the amount of work Steph Curry has to put in order to get open shots. The reason every defender is using every trick at his disposal to slow him up. And you have to, guys, right? Because if he gets an inch of room, it's over.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Harden with it. Now Green defending. Harden kicks to Covington. Harden against Thompson. Covington passes to Harden. No good from outside. Endorse with the physicality of defense on Curry. He doesn't get a lot of free throws out of it.
Well, you think about Steph Curry's willingness to attack a closeout, right? Teams want to get him off the three-point line. So he has got to be willing to attack the cup, and he's more than capable of getting there.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Kept alive by Houston. Outside Westbrook. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Warriors on D. Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. The pass to Covington. Outside Westbrook. Dishes it to Chandler. Offensive rebound. Covington. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good. Wiggins. A lot of opinion stores on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now, here is Harden. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectation. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
Curry way outside. And another 3 for Golden State. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Curry passes to Chris. Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
You simply cannot relax when you're playing Klay Thompson. The catch and shoot, the release too quick.
Harden dishes to Covington. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Here's Curry. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
We talk often about Steph Curry's knack for scoring through contact, his ability to maintain concentration, take the hit, and finish. Truly a thing of beauty.
Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Warriors have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. The first one falls for him. Good on both. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Westbrook passes to Green. Here is Harden. Shot to stop the run. Here's Westbrook. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Harden surveying the D. Fires for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 5 now.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Curry fires from way outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
And he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, McLemore is out there with Green, and it's Rivers, then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Clemens in at the point guard. The 17-footer, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Haskell's shot is off. Rockets trail by 6.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Now the dish to Tucker. Hangs, and the layup is up and in. Tucker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Warriors leading by 5. Over to the wing. Here's Poole. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. To the paint. Here's Green. And Pascal pulls it down.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Top of the key, Looney. Here's Poole. And not sure what he was thinking there. Rockets trail by 7, and it's the Rockets on the break. That's in, and he's found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Curry. Shoots from 12. The shot that time not on target. The Rockets go the other way with it. And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in, and the Warriors making a change here. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Tucker. Rivers in the corner. Back to Tucker. Here's the 3. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Wiggins. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wiggins has got 6 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
And the basket by Pascal. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And the dunk by Chandler.
Kevin, it is so tough trying to keep Tyson Chandler from scoring. Even when you hit him, that upper body strength allows him to go right through it.
And the Warriors making a change here. The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Free throw, Chandler. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. And Thompson launches it from deep. Warriors getting another chance here. Chandler with the steal. Covington finds Harden. Back to Covington. Warriors with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Harden against Wiggins. Passes it to Thompson. Fires from the line. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Boy, that mid-range J is so nice. Klay Thompson, automatic.
And here's Harden for 3. No good. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was a shaky first quarter for Houston. As hard as they tried to compete, they just could not. And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5 spot. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. Curry's got 15 points. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Wiggins outside. From the line, with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Chris has got his first bucket of the night.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Harden the pass to Covington. Harden on the follow. Harden's got his third basket of the night. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's 17 points for Steph Curry. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Over Thompson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Thompson kicks to Green. The three. And the Warriors get it back. It's not going to go for him. Houston leading by 3. Back to Harden. There's the 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Higgins outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's stolen by Curry. Chris, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Houston now. They're on a 15-6 run. Now the pass to Covington. Here's Harden. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors trail by 8. And here is Curry. 17 points in the game. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. It's Covington on the wing. Here's House. And it's good for 2. And the Rockets lead by 10.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Wiggins drives in. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Harden dishes to McLemore. 5 on the clock. And Harden with the basket on the assist for McLemore. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Higgins outside. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. kicks to McLemore. Over Wiggins. Harden inside the three-point line. It's off.
Well, disrupting the shooter there, and I really think...
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets lead by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Ben McLemore. Austin Rivers is out there with Chandler. And it's Clemens in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. No good on the 3.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing. The ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
And that one misses. Rockets leading by 10. Lays it up off the glass. Here's Curry. Wiggins with it. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. A nice shot by Tucker.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Clemens guarded by Curry. Pass to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Releases from 15. Kept alive.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Warriors trail by 13. It's Curry outside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship. LeBron James has got multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin.
It's tipped. Down low. Here's Tucker. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Puts it up from 12. Curry's shot is off.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest. Against a very skilled player.
To the paint, here's Tucker. Great pass to set up the layup.
He's really finding his rhythm. Tucker lighting it up at an unusual pace tonight.
From deep three-point range. Outside for Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half. At the elbow, Chandler. Now the Warriors moving it up, and foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws, and they'll retain possession. First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and and take his place as the face of the NBA.
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Here's Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
In the corner, Harden. The three. The Warriors pull it in. Now Chris. He kicks it to Thompson. Six to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Curry with the three. The shot misses. So Houston will take it the other way. Now, here is Harden. From deep. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's Bowman. They get the rebound.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Some good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The Suns. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Chandler out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. George against Harden. George looking around. Back to Morris. To the inside. A nice shot by George. And in this one, 2 prolific offenses, Brent, going head-to-head. What was the best offensive team you ever played for?
Well, the fun I had, Kevin, and enjoyed the most was in Seattle for the Supersonics. Now, we're going to have to explain to some of the kids who that is.
Who they are.
But I think the most efficient and the most programmed offense certainly was in San Antonio for Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, having the anchor Tim Duncan down on the block.
The Seattle Supersonics. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Now, here's Covington. After the miss from Tyson Chandler. Harden's shot is off. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. George, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Harden. Covington. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Kicks it out to Covington. There's the dish to Westbrook. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Well, a familiar sight. Westbrook gets his way back to the free throw line. I mean, the way he attacks his opponent, they're going to be forced to foul him time and time again.
Now, here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And so Houston again turning it over. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Kawhi Leonard on top.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, the biggest number among them being that scoring average. He provides high-octane, high-energy offense at all times, and there's virtually nothing an opponent can do to slow him down. say your prayers.
And here are the Rockets now. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Green draws the double. Rivers gets a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, the deep ball accuracy is much more consistent now from Austin Rivers, learning how to be an effective shooter at this level.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Green kicks it to Tucker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Houston, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That's good from Tucker.
PJ Tucker.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clippers trail by 3. Shamet on the wing. Inside. Here's Jackson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see him with this free throw percentage up over 80.
To the middle, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Shamet the pass to Jackson. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 2. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Green. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Williams at the 2. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And it's Green with a sensational play. Green's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis. But his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. McLemore, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles, trailing here by 8. Leonard the pass to Shamet. Back to Leonard, all alone. That shot off. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Rivers dishes to Tucker. Lays it up and banks it in. Tucker's got the lead up to 10 now for Houston.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shots good by Green.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Clemens, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Tucker. Rivers with it. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard. Williams kicks to Jackson.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. Here's Green. It's rebounded by Houston.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Ring shot on the way. Tucker can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 10. Green finds Jackson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And the shot goes in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Shamet the pass to Morris. Pulls up. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And no one really crashing down on the backside, a breakdown defensively.
Westbrook drives in. Tucker dishes to Westbrook. Back to Tucker. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Tucker's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for Houston.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Jackson misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Tucker the pass to House. Back to Tucker. Offensive rebound. No good that time. Pass to Shamet. Outside Jackson. Back to Shamet. Great D that time from Westbrook. And so it's the Heat.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held it 2.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's George. It's rebounded by Houston. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook exploding past the defense with that speed.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Harden. Up the floor. Goes up. Oh, that was something else.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Here's Beverly, and he uses the glass on the layup.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Morris into the lane. Basket good. Morris has got 8 points.
Well, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
It's stolen by Morris. Beverly dishes to Morris. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clemens, he's guarded by Williams. Chandler, the pass to Green, and the shot is good. Green's got 6.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Here's George. Green with the rebound.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Covington dishes to Chandler. Covington against Beverly. Covington into the lane. The putback and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Inside, here's Williams. It's rebounded by Houston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Stolen by George. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Covington. Outside, George. Got a piece of it. Morris kicks to Zubats. Back to Morris. Takes the 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Houston making some changes. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Green. And James Harden subbed in for Rivers. The Clippers also making some changes. Green comes in for Ivica Zubats. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. 4th, James Harden.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
Morris with the ball. Now Covington defending. And that one's good. Beverly.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Beverly against Harden. The pass to McLemore. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's Beverly missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Beverly for 3. The shot missing. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Clippers trail by 8. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Shamet and Leonard are on the wing. Green is out there with Morris, and it's Jackson in at the point. Poked loose, stolen by Tucker. Harden the pass to Clemens. Green left side. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Rockets lead by 10.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Jackson misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Here's Jackson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Harden. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Shamet kicks to Morris. Back to Shamet. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Both teams will make substitutions. Passes it to Morris. Now, here's Zubac. On the wing, George. To the paint, here's Morris. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Harden against George. Lets it go from deep. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Back to Leonard. Now Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Leonard attacking. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Chandler takes his defense seriously. That's what he gets paid for, utilizing his outstanding length to stifle shooters.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Rockets leading by 15. Here's Harden. Count it. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Rockets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now here's Rivers. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. The free throw drops for Rivers.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Here's Magruder. Outside Williams. Pass to Noah. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers again turning it over. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Rivers against Williams. And here's Rivers. So we see Houston taking the W here. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our